I'm Wynne Alexander, known to some of you, and it's a pleasure to see you all again. Councilwoman Reynolds, Maria Quinones Sanchez, President Verna, and Marion, of course. Some of us go back a long way. I'm here actually testifying on behalf of Joe Garcia, who was also the Vice Chair of the National Congress for Puerto Rican Rights. Joe had an emergency, and so I'm going to read his testimony for you. It is also very heartening to hear the other citizenry that came forth today taking their valuable time and talking also about the 7th, even though they may not live in the 7th. Philadelphia's Latino community gained almost 60,000 people, according to the United States Census of 2010. If you just enclose the current areas of the new Latino population growth, it naturally fits right in the 7th district, and the city would have a reasonable, healthy, and more economically viable 7th. The Voting Rights Act of 1965, as you know and have heard here today, prohibits vote dilution in redistricting. That was very eloquently discussed by Jose Perez of Latino Justice. The extremely peculiar shape of the 7th Councilmanic District, the obvious dilution, the obvious fracturing, the fact that it combines communities with different interests, distant physical locations, is barely contiguous. All of this mark it as a classic example of gerrymandering. And let's remember, not only were the people removed from this district, but the economic engines and businesses were also removed from this district. If you look at a map of the 7th from 1960, the Sugar House Casino would have been in the 7th Councilmanic District. All of that economically thriving waterfront would have been in the 7th District. And what a crushing irony. Sugar House, named for an industry, chosen for its historic presence in this area of Philadelphia. Sugar House, a name chosen because of all the sugar that came in from Jack Frost and the other sugar companies for refinement. All along with that sugar from Puerto Rico came the Puerto Rican sugarcane workers who built the industry through hard work, expertise, and remained loyal Philadelphians. To think that we are now separated from our community of interest, separated from our friends and neighbors, separated from the waterfront and the successful industry that we so diligently and painstakingly work to build up, this crushing irony can no longer be allowed to exist. This illegality can no longer be allowed to exist. In the name of the 1965 Voting Rights Act, we want our district back, we want our neighbors back in our district, and we want the boundaries to include the economic engines that would make our district flourish in the future. With a proper 7th Councilmanic District, the Latino community of Philadelphia will finally have in this century what it should have had in the last. LatinoLines looks forward to seeing the council's maps and looks forward to testifying at that time as well. We thank you very much and most sincerely for taking this matter under the serious consideration that you have demonstrated.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there any other witnesses on your panel?
Nope.
Thank you again for coming in.
Okay.
Our next witness.
Elaine Tomlin.